Hi friends and welcome! If you've been working with AWS for any amount of time, or even if you're fairly new, you're probably familiar with the Identity and Access Management Service, or IAM. Link above and below to a video about the basics if you need them, but this is where you create users, user groups, and roles to grant permissions to various resources in your AWS account. But these days, you might have noticed if you go to create a new user, and I'll just start this flow here, you get a few messages about IAM Identity Center, especially if you're trying to provide access to the console. You'll see the recommended way is Identity Center, as opposed to just creating a regular IAM user. So what is this all about? What is Identity Center? Why would you use it? That's what we're going to cover in this video. We'll get into the theory behind it, and then check out this other video, link above and below, if you want to learn how to set up and start using Identity Center. But let's get into the theory. First things first with the name. So IAM Identity Center used to be called AWS Single Sign-On, or SSO. So if you see SSO in any old documentation or training, then just know that it's been updated to be called Identity Center. And as the name implies, with this service, this will give you just a single login across all of your AWS accounts, leveraging AWS Organizations. More on those in just a minute. This will also work with your cloud-based applications like Salesforce, Box, or Microsoft 365. You can use the same login for your EC2 instances that are running Windows, as well as other SAML 2.0 enabled applications. So just one single login across all of these different accounts and applications. You can also use multiple identity providers like Active Directory, Okta. You can use the built-in IAM store and others. So generally, you just get a lot more functionality here in terms of login and identity providers. But practically speaking, what does this look like? So without Identity Center, if we have just the quote-unquote regular IAM, let's say that you have 3 accounts, a dev account, a test account, and a production account. If you need to switch between those throughout your day, then basically you need to log into each one of them separately. You also have to manage your secret access keys and access key IDs separately as well. And this could get pretty tedious, even with just 3 accounts. If you have an entire development team doing the same thing, then it's just a little bit painful. With Identity Center, life is much simpler. So once you get things set up and configured, rather than going to the console to log in like you do today, there's going to be a separate login page, just a single login, no matter how many accounts or applications you have. So you're going to log in there. That will take you to a page that lists all of your accounts. I've only got the 2 shown here, but obviously you could have a lot more. And if you've configured other applications like Microsoft 365 or Salesforce or others, those would show up as well. Then for each account, you can click on the Management Console. That will take you to the console homepage where you can go about your work like you normally do. And up in the top right, you'll see the name of a permission set in Identity Center. For me, that's Administrator Access. And then the username from Identity Center as well. So as you're switching between accounts throughout the day, you can just take a look up here on the top right to see who you're logged in as. So to summarize the difference between a regular IAM and IAM Identity Center, with IAM, you're just managing identities and access in a single AWS account. So if you're just an individual who has set up an account for learning, this is a really simple, lightweight way to get started. And here you're not using AWS Organizations. If you're not familiar with organizations, just a really quick primer. An organization is basically a collection of accounts that you can manage centrally. When you create the organization, it's going to create a root account. With that account, you can do consolidated billing. So you can view billing information for all accounts under it. You can also do account management, like adding or removing accounts from the organization. And then under that, you have your accounts. So say, for example, a company has 20 engineers and they need admin access to a developer test account. Same for a production account, the same 20 engineers. Maybe your legal and finance folks have a separate account as well. Not admin access, but some kind of a power user access. And then maybe you have 2 engineers who act as admins on the root account. So something like that. With all of this, you can manage it from a single place though. And so hopefully it makes sense that using organizations With Identity Center, it's kind of a no-brainer because with Identity Center, you can manage permissions and sign-ins from a single place as well. So the two really work well together. But if you're just using a regular IAM, this does not work with organizations. But with Identity Center, you're centrally managing access across multiple accounts and applications. Incidentally, you can do this for just a single account. That's a valid use case as well. And you can also use organizations for a single account too. In the real world, though, it's more likely that you're going to have dozens or hundreds of accounts. And Identity Center is the recommended way to manage console access, command line, and programmatic access. So your access key IDs, your secret access keys, and so on. In general, it seems that Identity Center is becoming the recommended way to do identity and access management in AWS. It reduces your complexity. It gives you better visibility because it integrates with CloudTrail. You can do audits on single sign-on access and so on. I have my suspicions that this might eventually replace the original IAM, but that's all just speculation. I have no idea. It's still a good idea, though, to become familiar with Identity Center because it seems that AWS is kind of nudging us in that direction. So that is the theory. If you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to learn how to set up Identity Center and AWS Organizations, then head over to this video next. And thank you so much for watching.